Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to another tutorial. As always, my name is Mhindo Samuel, and today we are going to again look at a program called QuickBooks, which is an accounting software. So we are going to pass through it. We have a question, or we could say it is a transaction or transactions of a certain business, and this business is called, I think we can see it here. The question is here. It is Maki Recreational Center, and this business is located on Rwenzori Street in Kasese Town. It has the telephone number here, the email address. Then here they are saying at the beginning of the year 2022, the business started with the following balances. So it had cash worth this, it had money at the bank worth this, it had a delivery van with this opening balance, that is the net book value, of the van. Then down here they have given us the price list of the items that they sell. They sell nail special at this price, they sell club beer at this price, they sell Eagle at this price, they sell PK meat at this price. So down here there are some transactions that they did. So on 2nd January, the business purchased the following. So on that day, they purchased the following. They purchased 20 crates of nail special beer, each at 100,000 by bank. They purchased 18 crates of beer, of club beer at 100,000. Then they also purchased 10 crates of Eagle beer, each at 100,000 by bank. Then a pig at 200,000. That was on 2nd. Then they also incurred transport cost worth 200,000. Then on 2nd, the business sold 4 bottles of nail special beer to Joseph by cash. We will also do that one. Here there is a transaction where on 4th they sold 6 kg of PK meat to Kiomhendo by cash. Then on 5th, the business sold 10 bottles of club to Robina by cash. So all these ones we are going to enter them in our QuickBooks software from the beginning up to the end. So what we are going to do is now to launch our QuickBooks accounting program. So it is here, and if it is not here, then you can just come and launch it from the start button here. But since ours is on the desktop here, we shall just come and right click on it, and then we open it, and then we wait for it to open. So if it has opened, then we already have these 3 options as we looked at them in the other previous sessions. So we looked at all these options and what they do. And if you are not there, then you can first go in the link on the description of this video. You first watch the other first session so that you can cope up with us. So all these options we learned how to use them. So since we are going to create a new company, we are going to click on create a new company here. So wait for it to open. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, just like this video and subscribe to the channel. Also hit that notification bell so that anytime we publish a new video, then you can be notified, then you join us. So don't forget that one. Then here we have 2 options. We said you have a start setup, also other options. And we said when you are creating a new company, we always use these other option. Then you come and select advanced setup. And then we said for other versions they always have express setup here. Then down here they have detailed setup. So you select detailed setup. So for our case we are going to select advanced setup. So then they will open the page where we are required now to enter the company details. The name of the company, so we said in the question, they said in the question it's called the Maki Recreational Center. We can just copy it. Maki Recreational Center. We copy it, we come and paste it here. Maki Recreational Center. And then we can still copy the same name and paste it down here where we have the legal name. Then the tax ID, they have not given us the tax ID in the question here. Then you just come to street address. Street address, they said it is located on Rwenzori Street. So we are coming to type here Rwenzori, 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 Rwenzori Street, Rwenzori Street. Rwenzori Street, that is it, the street where the business is located. Then it is which city we are going to put there. Kasese, it is in Kasese town, as they said in the question. Kasese, Kasese, that's what they said here in the question. Then you come down, they are asking for the country. So since we are in Uganda, we just come and select here others, because our country is not among the other listed ones. So the contact, we already have it here. The contact they have given us here. The contact, will just copy it, come and paste it in our contact here. Then for the email, it's already here. It has been presented to us. We also just copy it and paste it here. But if you are not having a questionnaire, you can just type it there manually. Then after entering all the details required here, just come and click next. Then here we are going to select where our business lies. So we have accounting and bookkeeping, advertising, agriculture. So we come and select now where ours can lie here. So we have legal, we have lodges and hotel. You can move down and see if you can get any other option. We have restaurant and caterers or bar. So ours can lie here where we have restaurant and bar because it's a recreational center. So we select this one here. Then we continue. Then after we come and select the type of the organization. How is it organized? Is it a sole proprietorship? Is it a partnership? So in this question here, it is not specified. It is not specified in this question here. That means we don't know whether it is a partnership or a sole proprietorship. So what we are going to do is just come and select others here. Then we continue. The fiscal year begins when we come and see when they started their transactions. So all their transactions started in January. So we can assume that their fiscal year begins in January. So we leave there January. We continue. Then here we are going to put there the vault or the password which we will be using to open our system. But for the case of us, we shall just leave it as blank because we are using it for study purpose. So we just leave this one as blank. But if you are in an office or you are using it in an organization, you must put there the password which you will be using to access your system. Then after we continue here, then you are going to select where to save our file. Just come and click next. Then we come to our PC here. We can select local disk D, local disk F here. We create the folder where we're going to save our. So we can save that folder as Maki RC. It's a recreational center. So we can open it. Then we save our company file. Wait for it to save. So it takes time. Just have to be patient with it as it is saving. So it is going to save. We are waiting for it to save. We are waiting for it to save. So it counts up to 100%. So you have to be patient with it until it finishes loading. And please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, we request you to do that, members, and always follow us when we publish these videos. And if you have a friend who can also pick in interest in these videos, please share these videos to a friend so that he or she can also utilize these videos. So after saving, we just continue with our procedure. Here they are asking, what do you sell? Do you sell services? Do you sell products? Do you sell both products and services? For our case, we shall just come and select both products and services. We continue. Then they are asking, do you charge sales tax? So we just leave there as yes. So they are asking, do you want to create estimates in QuickBooks? So estimates, perhaps we can just ignore it. We just say no because it's not that good. That's why these people are also recommending for no. So we leave it at no and continue. Then they are asking, using statements in QuickBooks. So do you want to use statements in QuickBooks? So that's one is very okay to use statements because they help. Then here they're asking, using invoices in QuickBooks. And in the other sessions we said when it comes to giving invoices in QuickBooks, it means they are trying to ask if you can be able to sell your service or your products on credit. So that one cannot miss in a business. There are those customers who always come and ask for a credit sale. So if they are they are your regular customer, then you can give them on credit. So you can select yes for invoice. Then after we continue, then they're asking for progressive invoicing. So progressive invoicing, you can just select no, continue. Then here they're asking managing bills you owe. So do you want to keep tracking your bills? Then you can just select yes for our case so that we also keep tracking our bills. Then they are asking here stock inventory in QuickBooks. I mean tracking inventory in QuickBooks. So do you want to always track your inventory? When you talk of inventory, that is stock. So that one is okay. You can select yes, continue. Then here they're asking tracking time in QuickBooks. So do you want always track time? That one is very obvious because any transaction you have to save it with its date. So time is always necessary. Continue. Then we have employees. Do you have employees? But when you come and look in our question here, and if you can see in our question here, we have not seen anything like employees. So we can just select yes. You never know. It can come in front there or as we go ahead. We continue. Then using accounts in QuickBooks. So do you want to always use accounts? That one's okay. That's why they always don't even give options. So we just select yes and continue. Then here we are going to select the date to start tracking our inventory. And we said in the transaction in the question here, we see all the transactions started in January 2022. So we can also start tracking our inventory in the date of January. So we are going to select January. And if it is not selected here and you want to change, then you first come and select this option, then you can be able to change here. But since ours is already selected here, it's 1st January 2022, just leave it the way it is there. Then you come and click next. Then after we can just leave these recommended accounts ticked, just continue. Then we are done with the setup of our company. Then you just go to setup. So we wait as it is saving those changes. Then after we can now start working. So that process is the process of how we create the company file in QuickBooks. So it is very simple. Just select as you go, like that. But you must be able to identify, or you must be knowing the effect of anything that you select as you are moving in the procedure. So because they may ask you if you want to track inventory in QuickBooks, you select no. Then when you reach in the system you want to track inventory, then you will not find there that option. So it's always better when you are going through that procedure, you be attentive and always select what you know. Then The first thing we are going to begin with, they have already given us the opening balances that they started with the year. Here they said they started the year with the following balances. Cash on hand there was 400,000. So that means we are going to first create a cash on hand account. And we said when you are creating a cash on hand account or any account, we create it using this list tab. So we click in the list. After we come and select chart of accounts. Then after chart of accounts, then you come on this button here which is having account. You click there, then you select new account. Then when we reach here, we select now where our account lies, the account that we are going to create. Where does it lie? Is it an income account? Is it an expense account? Is it a fixed assets? Then we said that all accounts where we save money, whether it is a bank account, whether a cash on hand, whether a mobile money, all those accounts we categorize them under bank. So we're going to select bank because we are creating a cash on hand account. Then after selecting, you come and select and click on continue. Then you can enter now the account details, and the account name is cash. This is cash on hand, cash at hand, that is our account name. Then in the opening balance, you come and enter it here, which is 400,000. Then the date, they said these balances were at the beginning of the year. That means you're going to select 1st January 2022. It's 1st January 2022. Then we continue here. After entering all these, if it's a bank account and it's having an account number, you put it here. But for our case, we just leave it the way it is because they have not given us other details. Just save and close. Then they will bring this alert. They are asking or notifying us that the transaction that we have entered is more than 90 days in the past. So why they bring this one? It's because of the date on the computer here. We are in November, but the transaction we have entered it on 1st January. That's why they always bring this notification. So what you do, just click yes, then it will save. Then they always bring this second notification. So now for this second notification, they're asking if you want to send online services. So since we don't have internet, we can just ignore it to select no. Then you will see our account having been saved in the chart of accounts here. Then you create another thing. You come in the question and see they are saying cash at hand was 200 million. So you're going to create another account called cash at bank. Cash at bank was 200 million. So we come back to our system here. We are going to create it. You come on account, new. Then we said all accounts where we save money, we categorize them under bank. We select bank, we continue. Then the name of the bank account is cash at bank. And then the opening balance, we come and enter it here. It was 200 million. Then the date, we still use the same date, which is 1st January 2022. Like that. Then you select it, okay. And if it has the opening balance, and the bank account number, you put it here. But for our case, we have not been provided with that number. We just leave it and save our account. We said this option, we select no. Then we'll see our account have been created here. Then we come and see another item or another account that we are going to put there. They are saying delivery van. So we're also going to create an account for delivery van. We come on account, new. Delivery van is always, so you must be knowing where a certain account lies. Now here is where we apply the other knowledge of accounting. If we are having those viewers who studied accounting, then here you apply that knowledge. So you must be knowing where a certain account lies. Is it an income account? Is it an expense account? Is it a fixed asset, or is it all among other assets? Other accounts here, like account receivable or what? So you must be knowing where a certain account lies. So if we are having a delivery van, so always delivery van or vehicles are categorized under fixed assets because are fixed assets. So our delivery van, we are going to select fixed asset, then we continue. Now we can enter the name of the account. It is delivery van, and the net book value or the opening balance was 24 million. Let us check. Yes, it's 24 million. Come and enter 24 million. Then the date, still we use the same date of 1st January 2022. Then after, we come and save and close. Then for this notification, we just say yes. Then the other thing is, I think you can see all our assets, all our accounts have been created here. We have delivery van, we have the cash at the bank, we have cash at hand. So you can see them here very clearly. So that's how we create accounts. Then we go to another thing. We'll come back to our question. They are saying below are the price list. So they have given us the price list here. Now for this price list, we shall use them when we are selling these goods as we go ahead there. Then we come to Akana 1. Akana 1, they are saying on 2nd January, the business purchased the following things. So we are going to see what they purchased. So we have 20 crates of nail, we have 18 crates of club, we have 10 crates of eagle, we have a pig. So this one we are going to enter them. And in businesses, all things that you buy for sale, we categorize them under purchases. For example, there are those items where we enter it independently. For example, if you are selling electronics and you are selling a TV set, and a TV set you purchased it at 1 million and you are selling it at 1.5. So such items you will just enter them independently as items. But there are those items which we buy in bulk but we sell them one by one. For example, when you buy 20 crates of soda, when you are selling, in most cases you sell one bottle at a time. So you cannot create an item which is a crate of soda, but when you are selling one bottle at a time. So what we do, we generalize all those items that we buy in bulk and then we put them under purchases. And any purchase account, it is always categorized under cost of goods sold. So that's what we are going to do here. So we come to our account here, or our system. So we are going to create an account called purchases. So we come to list, then chart of accounts, then we select account, then we select new. So we said all purchases are categorized under what? Cost of goods sold. So the account we are going to put there, it is a cost of goods. So we come and select other accounts since it is not among these listed ones. So we come and select other is here, then you select cost of goods sold, then you continue, then you can say this is purchases. Now for our case, we shall go on separating them. For example, we can say purchases for club, can say purchases of nail special. So we are going to begin with nail special purchases. You can say nail special purchases. So that we will be knowing how much you have spent on purchasing nail special and how much you have spent on purchasing club and other items. So we are going to put there nail special purchases. Nail special purchases. Then after we save it like that, then you're also going to create another one which is now a club purchases. We also come here, other type of account, select cost of good. So we continue, put the name, so it is called club club beer purchases. Club beer purchases. Also save it. Then we come to another one was what? Another one was ego. Another one is ego. We come and create it also. New account. We come to other accounts here. We select cost of goods. We continue. We say here. We can say this is. We say I have said the other one. The other last one is what is ego. We can say ego beer purchases. Ego beer purchases. Yes, ego beer purchases. Then also save it. Now for other things, for example, they purchased a pork, a pig, and that one they buy it and then they slaughter it and they sell it afterwards after preparing. So now for that one you can just put it under food purchases because we are already having here food purchases. So we shall just leave it at that. So we have now entered the purchases. Now how are we going to do these transactions here? Now what we are going to do is to first, since they have not specified that person who sold them these items, now we are just going to click in banking. Then we are going to write checks, because in the other previous sessions, if you followed us, we said when you are buying something and you are paying there and there, whether by cash or by check, you have to write checks. And then if you are buying on credit, you enter bill. And then if you are going to pay now the date, if you maybe in the past days you purchased on credit, so you are going to pay that date. Now for that transaction you pay bill. Now for our case here, they have not specified the person we are purchasing from, but if you are running a business, you must be knowing your supplier, such that anytime you do a transaction, you did from that very supplier who supplied an item. Let us assume we can first create there our one supplier or one vendor of ours, so that we can use that one. So we can put here one vendor. Let us assume it's Nail Breweries. A new vendor here. Can call that vendor Nail Breweries. Nail Breweries. Nail Breweries. I don't know if it's the correct spelling. Nail Breweries. Then after we can save. Let's assume that one was entered on first. Then you can just save that one. So when, let us assume we purchased nail, according to this question here, the first one, they say they purchased 20 crates of nail special each at this. So we come and right click on Nail Breweries. Then when you right click, then they will bring this dialog box. Then you select the option of writing checks. Then down here we have enter bill, we have pay bill. But we said when you buy and pay by check or by cash, you write checks. So we are going to select write checks. We wait for it. Then here we enter now the details of what we purchased. So we purchased they were purchases of what? You come and click down here. You put there it's nail special purchases. So we are going to select nail special purchases. Nail special purchases is somewhere here. We select it, and it's how much that they paid. Remember I said one is purchased at 100,000. That means if there are 20 crates, that is 2 million. So we are going to put here 2 million. Don't know if I have calculated it well. So 2 million here. Then the date was when, come and check the date of the transaction. It was on 1st January. No, it was on 2nd, so the date should be here 2nd, like that. Then after we come and see they paid by what? They are saying they purchased the following. So 20 crates of nail special beer each at this by bank. So that means here they paid by bank and not. So if they paid by cash, you come and select cash. But for our case, they just paid by bank. You come and click here, then select bank. Then you click OK on this notification. Then after, you just come and click save and close. So that transaction is done. So when you come and click here and check on our balance on the bank, we will see it having been reduced by 2 million because we paid it. So that is the first transaction. Then another transaction, they are saying they purchased 18 crates of club beer each at 100 by bank. So but still they have not specified the person they purchased. But so if they have not specified, you can just come and you can even still do it from here. You come on banking, then you write checks. And since they have not specified the person we are paying here, you can just leave it there. But it's always recommended, if you are in a business, you always put there the supplier's name. But for a case, we shall just leave it there like that. Then after we see it was which item? It was club beer. That means on the expense account here, we are going to select purchase of club beer. Club beer, where it is here, club beer. And it was how much? Come and check here. They were 18 crates. They were 18 crates. So if we can put in our calculator here, where is our calculator? It is here. So we will say, our calculator will say 18 times 100 times 100, then we see it is 1.8 million. 1.8 million. So this is the money that they did what they paid for club, 1.8 million. And the date we have said it is the same, which is 2nd. And they paid still by cash. When you come and see here, it was by bank. It was by bank. That means we shall still leave here bank account as the mode of payment. And then for memo, you can put here any memo, any explanation for that transaction. Then after, you save and close. So that transaction is also done. We come to another transaction and see another transaction. They're saying 10 crates of Eagle beer worth this. So 10 crates of beer or Eagle, you still do the same thing. So if the supply is there, for example, it's Nail Breweries, then you just right click on that one. You come and select write checks, and then you select here the express account. It is Eagle. You say it's Eagle beer. You select Eagle. Is it really Eagle beer? We come and check on the, yeah, it's Eagle beer, and they were 10 crates. So we come and say 10 crates. If there are 10 crates at 100, that means that is 1 million. So here it is 1 M. Then the date, it is the same. Then after, we just come and save our thing here. And then the other one is they purchased a pig, and we say the pig, we can categorize it under what? Under food purchases. So you right click here, come and select right checks, then here we put here food purchases. Then after, you come and click here, then you select it was 200,000, which they used to purchase that item. The date it is the same here, and the bank it is the same because they paid still here. They paid by, they have not specified whether they paid by bank or by cash. So for our case, we can just select cash here. For this case, we can just select cash. Select yes, then you will save and close. So we are done with the first transactions of Arcana 1. We are done with that. Then before we finish it here, there is another transaction. They said the business also paid transport worth this. So they have not also specified. You can, so if they paid transport, you just come on banking here, then you write check still. Here they have not specified the person they paid, we leave it blank. We come here, we look for transport. So transport, it's there, we can just continue writing it. Transport, it's transport. Then you come and click here. So when you click here, they will tell you transport is not among the list of accounts. Then you come and set it. After setting it, you come on to the next page. You come and save it, save and close. Then transport, they said it was 200,000. Then after you set the date, is still second, and we are saying we are going to select it was paid by bank. Then after, just save and close. So we are done with that transaction. Then we come to Arcana 2. Arcana 2, they are saying the business sold 4 bottles of Nile Special beer to Joseph by cash. So Joseph is our customer. So we are going to first put a customer called Joseph. Come here and customers, then customer center. Then we are creating a new customer. So all these procedures of creating these customers, we saw them in the other previous sessions. So if you did not follow us in those sessions, please you can click in the links that are in the description of this video. Then you can first also peruse through or watch those tutorials so that we can understand what we are doing here. So we come to new, then customer. Then you can enter here. The name of the customer is Joseph. Then the date, you can say, when try to check here, it was when it was on the 3rd. So that means you're going to enter this customer of ours on 3rd. No, it's not 3rd, it is 3rd January, not November. 3rd January. It is 3rd January. Then after we save and close, this is our customer. Now they sold what? Now here is another thing that we are going to do. They sold 4 bottles of Nile Special. Remember, we have not yet put there any item in our system. So we are going to first create an item called the Nile Special beer. So we come and put that item here, and we create it using this item. All these ones, we saw them in the other previous session. So we click in list, then you come on item, then we are going to create another item here. We can select this we select new, then you come and select non-inventory. So any item that is having one price, we categorize it under non-inventory, or if it is intangible, then we categorize it under service. But if it is tangible and it's having one rate, we shall select non-inventory. So for our beers, we can select non-inventory. We select it here, then put the name of the item, which is Nile Special, Nile Special. And then the rate, they said they charge it at how much. Now at this time is when now we come and use these rates here, the price list. It is charged at 3,500. 3,500. That is it's here. It's supposed to be here. 3,500. That is the price. Then, as we said in the other previous session, we said every item must be having the income account, because that income account is the one that is always reflected in the statement. The other side, if you sold maybe 20 bottles of Nile Special, that means that income from Nile Special must be reflected in that income account, which is the income account that you always put here. So that's why it's always better to always use the income account name that is almost resembling, or it's having almost the same name as the item, so that you will be knowing that this income is from this item. So for our case, we shall just name it as Nile Special Income. Special income. Then after, we just come and click OK. So when we click OK, they will tell you this net special income you are entering here is not among what? I have misspelled it. It's not among our chart of accounts. It's not among those accounts in the chart of accounts. So we are going to set it. You click on set it, then you save and close. Then you also save our item. So our item have been put here, and the transaction was saying they sold 4 bottles of Nile Special. So we are going to sell 4 bottles of Nile Special to Joseph. You rate click on this. First close this one. So we said if we are selling to a customer, what you do, just come and right click on the customer. So when you right click on the customer, then they will bring this drop down list. So the transaction that will always appear here, in most cases you will find there create invoice, you see receive payment, and then enter a sales receipt. They are the common one that we always use. However, there are other one that we always use, and we'll see how we use them as we go ahead with this computerized accounting system. So for our case, if you sell goods to a customer and the customer pay by either cash or by bank, so that transaction we call it a sales receipt. So you are coming to select sales receipt. Then after, we can enter this one paid by what? Joseph paid by cash. So that means you are going to select cash option here. Then after, we come and select the item. Item was Nile Special. It's this one here. And how many bottles you come and put here in quantity? They were 4 bottles. Then after, when you put there 4 bottles, then it will calculate itself automatically this side. Then you will get the total, how much he paid. So the date was when? The date was on, we check here in our question, the date was on 3rd. So we come and select the date here as 3rd January 2020. Then after, you come and select save and close. Then they will bring this notification. Still we say yes. So now we have entered our transaction, and anytime we enter sales receipt or receive payment, that means you have received money. So you have to go and bank that money. So what you are going to do, you are going to banking. When you are banking, you come in the banking tab here, you click there, then you come and select make deposit. So when you select make deposit, then you will see our transaction that you have just entered here. So you just click on it and make sure it is selected here. Then you click OK. After, you come and select the account where you are depositing that money. So you select the account here. Depending on the mode of payment the other person uses to pay. Remember, Joseph paid by cash. That means you are going to deposit this money on cash at hand. Then after, they will bring this notification. Just say okay. Then save and close. Say yes. So now there we have completed our transaction. You receive payment. After receiving payment, then you go to banking. Then you it's not receiving payment. You enter sales receipt. After entering a sales receipt, then you come to banking. Then you make the deposit. That is transaction of transaction second. Then on 4th, on 4th, yes, the business sold 10 kgs of PK meat. That is the big meat. This the PK, that one. So they sold the PK meat to Chomhendo. So Chomhendo, it means Chomhendo is our customer. That means you have to first go and create a customer called Chomhendo. Come here, you right click here, or you click on this one, new customer. You select new customer here, then you come and enter the name. So that is Chomhendo. Then if he's having other details here, contact and whatever, you put them there. Then the date was, it was on 4th. 4th January, 4th January, then you save that customer. So if he also bought by cash, that means it's also a sales receipt. So you come and right click there, then you select sales receipt. You select cash is because he purchased by what? Purchased by cash. So you come here by cash. So when you come on select cash, so when you come in the items here, you will see that we don't have an item which is PK meat. That means you have to first go and create it. So that means you are going to first close this window here. We say no, don't record that. Then you come and create that item in the list, then item list, then you come to item, then new. So we select non-inventory, then you put here PK meat, then the rate at what it is sold, they have specified it here, it is 16,000. That means you shall go and select here 16,000. Then the income account, we said every item must be having a corresponding income account. So we come and put here the income account as PK meat income. So we click OK here. Then they will say it is not in the list of accounts. So we just set it there. Then you save and close. Then you click OK. So we have entered our PK meat income, item. So we come and make now the transaction on Chomhendo. You right click and enter sales receipt. Then you say cash because paid by cash. You select the item which is now PK meat. Then after you put here the quantity now, how many kgs they were. They were 6 kgs. So we come and put here 6 kgs. 6 kgs. So when you click anywhere here in the box, then you'll see having computed itself with the total here. Then the date was on 4th. You said it's on 4th. Then after you come and save. Then you click OK, then it will save. And we said anytime you receive payment, you enter sales receipt, you have received the money. So you have to go and bank. So we are going to bank. You come on banking, then you make the deposit. So you will see here our transaction. You select it so that it is selected here. Then you click OK. After you select the mode of payment, they paid by what? By cash. So we will leave there cash on hand. The date is the same 4th. Then you save and close. You say yes. So that transaction is done. So we come and check another transaction. Another transaction they are saying 10 bottles of club to Robina. So that means Robina is also our customer. So we are going to create a customer called Robina. You come in a new customer, then you select Robina. You select the date. It was on which date? It was on 5th. So the date should be 5th here. 5th January 2022. 5th January 2022. 5th January 2022. Then if he's having other details, you put them here, you save and close. So we have saved that person. So if she also paid by cash, that means also automatically is a sales receipt. You right click and then select sales receipt. Then after you select cash because she paid by cash. Yes, it was by cash. You select cash here. Then the item here was what was club, and we don't have club in the list of items. That means you have to first create that item here. Come on list, then item list, then you create item, then select new, then select non-inventory. So this one is it was what? It was club beer. So you are creating an item called club beer. Then the rate, you come and check here the price of club. It is 3 500. So we come here to 3500, 3500. The income account, we said is every item must be having its income account. So you can say club beer item, income. So when you click anywhere here, they will tell you club beer income, you don't have it. Then you click set it, you save and close, so that it is saved in the chart of account. Then you can also click OK here. Then you see our item having come here. Then you come back now to our receipt here. So you're going to select the item here as club beer. Then the quantity was how many? She took 10 bottles, so we are going to select 10 here as quantity. 10 as quantity. Then afterwards you come and set the date. The date was on when? It was on 50. The date was 50. And then after you save and close, you say yes here. So our item, our transaction have been saved. So we are going to do what? To bank it. So you come in banking, then you make deposit. So you select the transaction here. After you click OK, then you select the account where they saved. So remember she paid by cash. So we are going to leave here cash at hand. Then the date is 50. It is okay. Then you save and close. So that item is, or that transaction is entered. So we come back to our transaction here. Transaction 5, they are saying on 60th the business paid electricity worth 100 to Umeme. So that means Umeme, if we paid Umeme, Umeme is our supplier or our vendor. So we are going to create a vendor, come in vendor, then vendor center. So we select new vendor, then a new vendor here. Then you are going to enter a vendor called Umeme. Umeme. So the date was on when? We check here. The date was on 60th January. 60th January 2022. 60th January 2022. 60th January 2022. Then after, if remember is having other details, you enter them here. Then you click OK. Then we come now and make the transaction. So we said when you buy a service or goods and pay by cash there and then, what you do, that type of transaction, you wait for it a check. So we're going to write on Umeme and then write checks. Then the expense account here is electricity. So we'll see that we are not having electricity account here. So we just come and click on add new. Then electricity is under what? Is it an income? Is it an expense? So electricity is an expense. So you select expense, then you continue. Then you put here the name of the expense, which is electricity. Electricity. Then after you save it, then after saving it, in most cases other organizations they group all these under utilities, whether it is like electricity or water, all these ones are grouped under utilities, but for you can separate them. So for our case, we are just going to use electricity as a major account. Then it was how much they paid? 100,000, isn't it? Come and check. Yes, it was 100,000 for electricity. It was, the date was on 60th. Electricity was paid on 60th. Yes, so come and check. They paid by what? Was it cash or so they paid by bank? That means the account you are selecting here is bank. It's already selected. Then after, just come and click save. Then you select it. Yes, so we have already saved our item, our transaction. So we come to the second last one. They are saying on 7th they sold 10 kgs of PK meat to Rogers. So that means Rogers is our customer. So we come and select it. So we come and select customers here. Then we come to customer center. So we are going to create a customer called Rogers. So our customer is called Rogers. Then the date was 7th January 2022. 7th January 2022. Then after you click OK. After clicking OK, then we are going to enter sales receipt, because remember he paid by cash. And in case he paid by, he took it on credit, that means we would right click, then come and say create an invoice. So for our case, we are going to enter sales receipt because he paid by cash. So the item is PK meat, and how many kilograms, you come and check how many kilograms. They were 10 kilograms. So you just come here and enter 10 kgs. Then when you click anywhere here, then it will calculate itself and bring the total here. The date was 7th January. Then after you save and close, select yes. So it has saved. The only remaining thing is now to deposit it. So you come in banking, then we make deposit. Then the transaction is already here. You tick it here, and you must always make sure this tick is here. Then after you click OK, then you select the mode of payment. It was on cash, so you select cash. If it was on bank, you select bank. Then after the date, then you save and close and say yes. So the transaction is done. So we come and check now the final transaction and see. Here they are asking for, they're saying at the end of the week the manager asked for the income statement for the week. So now we are going to generate a simple income statement. So when you are generating statements, you just come on reports, then you'll see all these ones here. All here we find here the statements. So if it is under purchase, you come on purchases. If it is under payables, and come there. If it's under bank, you come there. If it's under company and finance, mostly the income statement we find it under company and finance. So you can come and select income statement. Profit and loss standard. You select that one. So for the date, it was on the last date was on 7th. That means you are going to select from 1st January, a statement from 1st January to 7th January here, like that. Then after, just refresh so that there are those transactions. So you will see our transaction here. That is our transaction. And here we have the basis. Now we have always cash basis and accrual basis. So here it is on accrual basis. So if you want to modify it to cash basis, you come here to cash basis, then you click OK. So you will see that. So what I was saying, that every item must be having an income account. So when it comes here to income, you see that this is the income that we got from beer. This is the income that we got from Nail Special. This is the income that we got from what? From PK meat. Then when it comes to cost of goods, so you'll come and see that these are the expenses that we spent on purchasing beer, club. This is the expense for Ego. This is for expense for food purchase. Then this one is purchase expense for Nail Special. So down here we shall see now the other expenses where we have electricity and transport. So when you try to balance, then you will see that we made a loss of 4 million, and this is because the expenses here at the beginning of the year we purchased more goods, but we sold few. So that's why we are seeing this deficit here. So that's how we can enter transactions of that kind. So for our today, our sessions close here, and I request you, please, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, you do it, and also always like our videos so that YouTube can always recommend them to other people so that they can also utilize them. So therefore, I wish you a nice stay on this channel. Always be blessed. I say now.